Excuse me, how much longer will I be hanging on? Only I may have other engagements elsewhere.
I'll see what's keeping him, shall I?
After all, I was a very significant other in the life of the late Mr. Nichols, as I'm sure you're aware.
Mr. Whittaker, it's
Mrs. Battersby Brown.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Mrs. It's been a very long morning. Ian Whittaker, senior partner.
How do you do?
If you'd like to come through to the office, we won't keep you. Just a couple of documents for you to sign.
No bother, love. Because you know what? I'm in a proper signing mood. I don't suppose I need to read all this palaver, do I?
It's a standard receipt relating to all the beneficiaries in this particular instance.
Exactly. Of which I'm one of the most prominent.
Well, over the years, Mr. Nichols was clearly a, what shall we say, very sociable man. Just there. That way we can release the money.
Of course, no amount can ever make up for personal loss.
Quite. Nevertheless, we are preparing a cheque for £500.
Will that be for, like, my expenses and that?
The sum owing from Mr. Nichols' estate is precisely that, £500.
Hang on, no. That's not right, surely.
I assure you everything's in order.
I mean, he promised me I were moving in with him. He told me I was special. Where's all the rest gone?
Mr. Nichols was clearly a very busy man.
Are you sure there's not been some, like, horrible mistake?
Not of a financial nature, no.
Sorry. Another one.
500 quid? I mean, I've gone through more than that in rubber gloves.
Thank you for your patience.
Don't get your hopes up, love. There's another coach load coming in after you.
Ta-da! The thief has entered the building.
Take it back.
What happened?
Nothing happened. Everything he promised me, all that stuff he said, I thought he meant it because I know I did. I mean, I'd have given up everything for him, the old goat. And here I am, fobbed off with 500 blaming quid.
You what? You winding me up? Still, it's more than what you had before, eh?
Is it? What I had before was the dream of a proper life. Something better than this. Now it's gone.
How not fair is that?
It's typical is what it is. I get to the end of the rainbow and what happens? It's peeing down. Story of my life.
What can I do you for?
Part 1 of my new economy drive. Everything must go, starting with this.
Ashley, I've told you can't bring meat back.
Why not? Have you licked it? We can't afford frivolous expenditure.
You mean food? I'm not having that back, not if it's been handled off the premises.
This is your own employee you're insulting here. Are you saying it's not hygienic? I paid a fortune for this.
You would have done it for charged in full price.
Staff rates. I did tell her.
Well, if you don't want it now, you're just going to freeze it.
Why is everybody against me, eh? What have I done to anyone in here? Go on, tell me, what have I done?
I'm just a butcher.
And I'm customer, which means I'm always right.
Except when you're wrong, which is now. I'm sorry.
Never mind, sorry. You can stick your meat. And you...
I did tell her.
You're as pathetic as him!
She's having a bad day. Could be worse. We've still got 4 cans. There's a big joint in the oven, and you've got 500 quid.
£467.90.
And me off work all afternoon, cheering you up.
Thanks. Look at me. No job, no money, and no idea where that useless Pratt Les is coming home bringing me some.
Costing you some more like.
Still, heartbroken or not, I refuse to be beaten by a dead miser, bless him. Or some jumped-up sausage merchant like Ashley, come to that.
What are you doing now?
Economy Drive Part 2. The sale starts now.
What's the point in your flogging stuff? You're no worse off now than you were this morning. In fact, your 467...
How can I keep anything he's given me now? Every time I look at it, I'll be thinking about what I should have had and never flaming well got. me deep as this. So I'm getting rid. Starting with this pile of junk.
I thought you liked that.
I like money better. If you're looking for made in Taiwan, it's generally on clasp.
Well, it's certainly an unusual piece, I'll give you that. Fascinating.
Nice to see somebody's enjoying the sale.
We haven't had one like this through the shop in years.
Yeah, well, they probably saw sense and stopped making them. What do you reckon? Money-wise?
Well, this isn't exactly an ideal time, financially speaking.
You're not kidding, love. Then again, it never is it?
But all things considered, we might just be able to run to, say, 40.
Which means it's worth a good 50 and you'll still make a packet flogging it off again. Give us 50 and we'll call it straight.
Let me have a word with my associate.
Faffing about for the sake of 10 quid. You get it boxed as well for that, remember? Have you raided the piggy bank or am I going somewhere else?
It is a difficult time, as I said.
But you're having it.
We would like to have it, certainly. However, 50 might be pushing it when it comes to realising a decent return.
Luke, I'm sick of this. I just want to get home. Call it 45. Save me hawking it round half jewellers in Manchester, and I'll leave you alone.
Well, funnily enough, that's exactly the figure we had in mind.
Right then. Done. You sort out my cash. I'll just see whether my bus has gone.
I'm sorry, I don't think we can find the cash straight away.
Blimey. I know you said business was slow.
Also, we would need to see some form of provenance. But it's all fairly straightforward. I mean, let's be honest, 45,000 is a considerable amount of money.
45,000?
Best we could do, I'm afraid. But it will be a banker's draft, so at least you won't have to wait.
Did I say bus? I meant taxi, obviously. My drivers had to take limo into garage for a day. You know what it's like.
How can you be miserable about somebody giving you 500 quid?
No, what makes you miserable is all the money you thought you were getting but didn't.
Even though it were never there in the first place. That's how lotteries work.
Just when she gets home, don't mention it, that's all. Oh, and don't mention the beef.
What? Not even whilst we're eating it?
Well, you can say, like, nice beef, because that's just manners. But not, nice beef, aren't we lucky? Because then she'll start chucking herself about again.
What's new about that?
Shut up, she's here.
If I were a rich...
Don't look like she's handling it too bad so far.
She's been out on the loony juice. Look at her.
All right, boys.
Smashing, thanks.
School all right?
I got an A in French.
Well, fantastic. Is that the smell of an expensive joint wafting from the oven by any chance?
Bottom shelf at 140, so there's no way we're taking it back now. Did you get rid of that necklace?
Did I? Oh, yeah. And I'll never hear another bad word from you about my Frank. He were a kind, loving man, and I shall miss him. God rest his soul.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
Oh, no. Because it turns out I was the special one after all.
What have I missed?
After much skillful bargaining on my part, that necklace went for... Wait for it. 45,000 quid.
45,000 quid.
Can we have a Chinese?
Of course you can, Ches, love. Because I am loaded.
Does that mean I'm loaded as well?
You are? Oh, yeah. You and me, Ches. Did I not say that?
45 grand. That's like millions.
Kirk, get to Deb's. We need some more beer. 2 dozen cans and whatever you're having.
OK.
I'll race you.
You know what, Frank? You can come back and pinch my backside any time. Cheers.